If you guys know where I got that from.
I'm living my best life. I told y'all I'm living my best life. I made a couple L's with my best friends. Turned all my L's into lessons.
What's up? It's your girl Cayy, and we're back with another video today. So guess what? Nothing new. I'm hungry and we're in quarantine. So I've been cooking for like 4 days straight. So it's a little left over in there, not too much left over to make a whole dinner. So this is quarantine leftover edition Cay's kitchen. That's what we're gonna call it. So I'm gonna show you what we're gonna be whipping up a little bit today. So let's go. Because my niece was here, the sound in my background was loud, so I'm going to do a voiceover. I took this piece of salmon out and just defrost it, and then I'm going to show you guys how to marinate it and get it all yummy. So let's get into that. Alright, we're going to get into what I will be seasoning the salmon with. We're going to start off with some parsley flakes, onion powder, garlic powder, some cayenne, some thyme, white wine vinegar, Creole. I have 2 Old Bay seasonings, and then I have some garlic salt, peppercorn and garlic, and Italian, which is just basil, thyme, and then we have a lemon. Okay, now I'm going to show you guys how to get the marinade cracking. All I'm going to do is just take the seasoning that I showed you guys and pour it into a bowl and mix it together. You guys know I do not measure. I just really stop when my ancestors tell me to stop, when it's in my spirit to stop. So I can't really give you a measurement, but if you're good at eyeballing, you can look and see. Again, I am doing a voiceover because my niece was here and she was on her YouTube. That's what I'm telling you guys now. She's on her YouTube, and you know how those phones be. It was like crazy loud. So I hope you guys like this voiceover. If you do, please comment below if you would like me to do more like these. But I'm still just mixing all of the seasoning together for the marinade. And yeah. And it may not look like a lot, but it's a lot. This is gonna go a long way. Let me wash my hands and we'll be back. Okay, all we have here is me cleaning off the salmon. You guys know how I am about my hands. I cannot stand things touching my fingers in my hands, so I wear gloves often to cook, wash meat, season, and among other things, because I really just don't like things touching my fingers and my hands. All I'm doing is washing off the salmon. If you have any scales, feel free to take them off. You can leave them on if you want to. It does add a crisp and a crunch onto your skin. I love the skin. Please do not buy salmon without skin. It's like, why would you do that? But all I'm doing is just cleaning it off, and then I'm going to cut the salmon into 2 pieces, and then we'll get into season it. So yeah. get as much water out as possible. Alright, here all I'm going to do is take the same seasoning that we basically made the marinade with and just season it over my salmon. I love spice and I love flavor. I love for my food to be really, really flavorful. So all we're going to do is just take the same seasoning and just season it, sprinkle a little bit, not too much because you already have it in the marinade. And we're going to just speed through this and get to the next step. Now all I did was come over to my cabinet to get a bowl to put my salmon in to start marinating. It was a scale on my salmon, so I had to pick and get it off. I literally put the salmon in skin side down, but we're gonna flip it as we marinate it to get it coated. I moved the plate out the way, literally just have the salmon in a bowl. I'm going to take my fork and poke some holes into the salmon so that the marinade and the seasoning seeps into every crevice of the meat so that you can have flavor and you can have just spice and flavor in every bite you take. I took some olive oil to rub onto my salmon so that when you start cooking it, it can be non-stick. And olive oil or canola oil or whatever kind of oil you like. Oil goes into a marinade as well. So instead of putting it in there, I just coated my salmon in it. As I put the olive oil on, I rub it in and I flip it over on the skin side. You really want olive oil or whatever kind of oil you're using on the skin side, because if you sear it or if you grill it, the skin is the best part, and I like for it to have crunch and flavor. As you can see, I've coated it, I've seasoned it, I've rubbed all the seasoning in. I'm pouring the marinade over on both sides. I poured it all over on the skin side, but as you pour it in, you'll see it seep on the sides, and you will also flip the meat over. So we're just going to get this coated, and then we'll be on to the next step. Okay, I forgot to pour the vinegar into my marinade, so I poured it into here. The night before, I had just made salmon and I used apple cider vinegar, and that night I used distilled vinegar. I noticed the difference in the taste. I mean, the salmon was still good, but if you have apple cider vinegar, use apple cider vinegar instead of regular vinegar. If you have regular vinegar, it's still good to use. It's just apple cider adds like a little more tangy flavor, so you don't need as much lemon. But it's still good either way, so just let it marinate with it. Alright, I do not know what I went over there to get. I think I went to rinse my hands off. Alright, now it's good to go. We're gonna pop it into the refrigerator and we're gonna look and see what leftovers we have. So we're gonna get into that. Alright, well, as you see, we have a lot in the refrigerator. We're gonna need this. This is our butter that's gonna go with the salmon. These are some mashed potatoes we made last night. And some shrimps we made. So that's gonna be our quarantine leftovers. Put this in the refrigerator. Let me put something on this and cover it, and we'll be back. And one more thing, cannot forget parsley. Cannot forget to make that thing look pretty. Pour that parsley all over that thing. Rub it in and then put it in the refrigerator. I'm really extra and fancy with my food, and me and my mom couldn't find the rest of the bacon bits that we bought to put in our mashed potatoes the day before. I'll show you the mashed potatoes that we made. They were actually really good. So I just sauteed this bacon to put in there. And these are the mashed potatoes that we used. Here's the leftover shrimp. All I'm going to do is scoop them into this little pan, and I'm going to steam them. I'm going to put a lid on them so they can steam. I don't want to fry them, so we're just going to scoop them and put them into the pot. Skillet. And we're back. Alright, so during quarantine my oven went out, so I could not make my garlic bread, so I went to Red Lobster and got some Red Lobster biscuits. We sauteed the bacon, we warmed the shrimp, we marinated the salmon, and now we're about to grill the salmon. I was going to like try to do a blackened salmon and like fry it, saute, but I didn't want to mess up my salmon, and I love it grilled. When you grill it, it's, especially with that skin, oh my gosh, phenomenal. Okay, like finger looking good. Okay, so if you have a grill pan, you can do it with the grill and do it on the oven. If you have a grill pan, I have a George Foreman. I promise you it's clean. This is my George Foreman. It's been through a lot, but it's clean. I promise it is. But that's flavor, I'm telling you. If your skillet is in pot to look brand new, I don't want your meal, because I know it's not no love, it's not no feeling that went up into the food, because when your stuff look like that but it's clean, it just adds like this touch on your food. Wait a minute. It just adds this touch on your food, and it just makes it just like beautiful. All right, so we're going to oil the George Foreman up. I have the salmon out, and let's go. I'll put some olive oil on it, and I'm also going to add some butter onto it. You want to get it on the top part also, so the top part doesn't stick too much to your salmon. So and let's just close that for a minute. Just look at that salmon. It just looks so delicious. It just looks so just flavorful, and you could just tell it's about to be just phenomenal. So I don't want that to break. To that sizzle. Yes. Yes. Woo. Oh my goodness. I would have cried if they would have said that sizzle. Yes, so we're gonna close this and let these cook for probably 5 to 7 minutes. I may flip them, it depends. So we'll be back. I wish you guys could smell this kitchen. Like, this smell from this salmon smells so good. Like, salmon is my favorite fish. I love salmon. It's gonna be just, I know it is. It's probably about time that we lift this lid up off the George Foreman and see how these babies look. So let's see.
If you guys know where I got that from, write it in the comments. And let's see how these salmon look.
Ooh. These puppies smell so good. Oh, yes. 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 That is what you want. Yes. That is what you guys want. While the heat is in it, I'm just going to hit it with a little lemon juice. Just hit it with a little lemon juice. Okay, and we're gonna take these babies off. I don't know why they just don't want to cooperate and just act right. Like, got the skin coming off and stuff. Like, but that's how you know it's good. Yes. I don't care what anybody say. I am talented. You cannot say I cannot cook. I cook. My husband is going to be a blessed man. And his belly is going to stay full. And here go our leftover mashed potatoes. We had a few bacon bits in there from yesterday, but we need more because who doesn't love bacon? Bacon. And we're just going to stir that. Yes. Yes. Perfect. And now we're going to put everything on the plate and assemble it. We cooked everything on here except the red lobster biscuits, of course. The mashed potatoes and shrimp were leftovers. The salmon was cooked this night. So let's assemble.